Page 138 is about complex fractions. Complex fractions, they occur when the numerator and your denominator are both fractions. And what you need to do is queso. That's how you pronounce it. Not cheese, but it's going to be keep your numerator, switch your division symbol into a multiplication symbol, and then your denominator is going to be the opposite, but more specifically, you're just going to change it to the reciprocal. Okay? So let me show you with number 1. So, queso, keep the numerator, switch the division symbol to multiplication symbol, and multiply by the reciprocal, or what I'm calling it as the opposite. Then you can see here that if you have an A on top and 2 A's on the bottom and you're multiplying, that you can definitely cross some A's out. And you can even simplify the 4 and the 2, because 4 does divide into 2. So your final answer is going to be 2 over A. And that's how simple it is. Alright, so for number 2, again, we have a fraction divided by a fraction, so we have to use queso. So that means keep your numerator, change the division symbol to a multiplication symbol, and then do the opposite, aka the reciprocal. Okay? Then from here you can cross cancel. It's not called cross multiply, cross cancel. So I know that 6 divides into 3 2 times. Notice the 2 goes with the 6 on top because it was 6 divided by 3. And then you can see that x to the 3rd power and x are also going to simplify. And you're also going to see that y and y are both in the denominator. So there's no cross canceling. In fact, you're just going to multiply those two numbers. So then that means I'm going to get 2 times 8 first, which is 16. Then x to the 3rd power over x is x's 2nd power. And that's going to be on top because the 3 was more than the invisible 1. And then y times y squared. And that's your final answer. Now, if you're confused by all of these steps, there is another method to solving this problem. So the other method is to do this. I'm still going to start out with queso. But what I'm going to do first is just multiply, not cross cancel anything. So I'm going to do 6 times 8 with the x cubed. And then xy times 3y, which is 3xy squared. And then if you just do your properties of exponents and simplifying, you'll still get the same answer. I don't mind which method you do as long as you get the right answer. Okay, number 3 is one you're going to attempt by yourself, but I'm going to show you how to do number 4. So number 4 is another complex fraction, so queso. Keep the numerator, change this to multiplication, and then do the reciprocal. When I do the reciprocal, I like to factor at the same time. So if you can look at your numerator, which will now become your denominator, you'll see that k squared minus 1 is the same thing as k minus 1, k plus 1. So I just factored it. Then here you can cross cancel. You can also take care of k squared over k. But if you want, I'll just leave it like this. That way you can see on your next turn that the k's do cancel. And this is your final answer. Remember, you cannot cancel this k with that k, in case you were wondering, because this k is attached to another number, even if it's just 1 number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, by the operation of addition or subtraction. And that's how you start to tackle page 138.